Yeah, welcome back to the Fire and Water Cooking channel. This is another episode of some different kinds of charcoals I'm going to do some tests on. These are all higher end charcoals. 3 of these you can find on Amazon. This Prime 6 you can find at Lowe's and Walmart, I think, and online through both of those companies. But we're going to test these 4 out, go head to head, see which one works better. I'll be right back.
Smoking, grilling, getting hot and hotter, sous vide and chilling from fire and water.
All right, I have done a couple videos already using a couple of these different charcoals. One of them, actually, this blazing Coco coconut charcoal. You can find this on Amazon. I actually did one of my first cooks on the Masterbuilt using this, and I can tell you that it didn't get as hot as my regular charcoal briquettes from B&B. So I already have an issue with this one going in. This is pretty expensive. All of these are actually a lot more expensive than your normal briquettes or lump charcoal that you can find anywhere. So I'm going to, I've done a little video on the Prime 6 already, and one of the things that I don't like about some of these is actually that, like with the Prime 6, it's very, very hard compressed charcoal, and it won't stay lit, and it doesn't burn quite as hot as lump charcoal. But I'm going to put these all in one smoker, in actually one grill. I'm going to use the PK grill because I find it's one of the easier ways to put these all side by side in an even playing field and see how they work. And so I got 2 coconut charcoals here. This one's called Cocobriq, spelt with a Q like briquettes. Got this on Amazon. The Charblox, which is sawdust, which is similar to the Prime 6. The Prime 6 is one that you've seen on Shark Tank, and like I said, it's at Lowe's and Walmart, and they some big hype, a lot of hype going on with this one. Using all the buzzwords of sustainable, longer burn time, no ash, blah blah blah. So we're going to do a comparison with that. The Charblox, this Coco, blazing Coco, which is another coconut charcoal that's on Amazon. You can find these 3 on Amazon. The Prime 6, like I said, you can find at Lowe's and online other places. But we're going to line them all up right in a row, see how easy or hard they are to get started, and keep going. And then we're going to measure the temperature like I have been with my Inkbird infrared thermometer to see if they produce enough heat. And that's all we're going to do. All right, guys, I'll be right back, and we'll put all these out in the grill and test them out. Well, all right, guys, I'm going to kind of show you what I got going on here. And I'm not going to burn a whole lot. I'm just going to take about the same amount of each piece here. This here is the blazing Coco. Like I said, I've used that once already in my Masterbuilt gravity fed. I wasn't impressed with the high heat. It doesn't get much over 500 degrees. I had the temperature set at 700, and I could barely get it over 500. And I was trying to sear something, and to test out to see whether it was the charcoal or the grill, I actually swapped out all the coconut and put in regular B&B briquettes, and I was able to get over 700 degrees with no problem. So that was my first run-in with this blazing Coco. Now, with all of these, they are more dense than regular briquettes and regular lump, so it may be something that you could use for a low and slow that may burn longer. It's just not going to burn hotter, that's for sure. So I got the blazing coconut here. These are the Cocobriq, the coconut briquettes, and as you can tell, they look kind of like a regular briquette, but they're made out of coconut shell, just like the blazing Coco. This here is the Charblox, and it's just a little bit bigger than the Prime 6, but they are very similar made charcoal products. So they both use regular hardwood sawdust that's highly compact and pressurized, and then it's carbonized into charcoal. That they're both, you can tell they're both similarly shaped. They got the same hexagonal type shape to them. They're probably made, in a factory next door to the other one in China. But they're both highly compressed sawdust. So we're going to go ahead and just light them all up, see how long it takes to get them lit, see if they stay lit, see how hot they get, and that's it. And we'll just test these out, because like I said, these are all 4 very high, ultra premium type charcoals that cost probably double than most of your regular charcoals that you'll find online or even in the store. So, all right, I'm gonna get my torch. We're gonna light these up. All right, guys, I know that may seem like it was a long time. It was a lot longer than I would really need to light regular briquettes or lump, for sure. This is a high-powered torch, so it probably produces over 300,000 BTUs. Like I said, normally I can light my whole grill using regular lump or briquettes. Within a matter of 5 minutes, I could be cooking on it. So one of the things I found out using especially the Prime 6 is it does take a lot longer for the charcoal to get lit, because it is so highly compressed. And actually, to keep it lit, it doesn't really work really well, I guess, unless you got a really super high fire going. So I got them all going. I got both my bottom vents are open all the way on this PK grill. I'm going to leave the lid open. I'm giving it as much oxygen and airflow as it can have. So it's got plenty of fuel to burn. And as you can tell, they got starting to ash over a little bit. This one's, I can tell it's cooking. This one too. This one's too. And this one is, they're all producing some heat right now. But we're going to go ahead and let these burn just a little bit and ash over just a little bit more. Then we'll hit them with our infrared thermometer, see just what kind of heat's coming off of these. All right, guys, it's been just a little bit longer than I anticipated. So it's been almost an hour now. So as you can tell, we got a little bit of ashing over here on the Charblox. The Cocobriq is ashing over. The blazing, it's not really ashing over much, and either is the Prime 6. And both of these, this blazing Coco and the Prime 6, are just not quite as hot as these other two. So it may be that they are just not producing as much heat. And we're going to go ahead and hit it with my infrared here. And you can tell, yeah, I'm hitting it right on the ashed over part, and it's sitting right at 126, 150, 140. So it doesn't seem like that is actually burning anymore. So it's cooling down, stopped burning, and I hit it pretty long with that torch. So something tells me that this isn't probably gonna be working really well. And like I said, it doesn't put out a whole lot of BTUs. That was the one I used in my Masterbuilt, and ended up, I couldn't even get it over 520 degrees. Let's look at the Cocobriq, and that's over 700 degrees, 800 degrees. So that one's actually burning quite well. So obviously it might be, due to the compactness or the highly compressed nature of this charcoal over this. These are both coconut. They're both coconut shell And you can tell the very significant difference in the heat that they're producing. And like I said, this one's not even ashen over, so looks like I'm gonna have to relight this one. Let's go to the Charblox, which is similar to the Prime 6, and then you can tell that one I'm at 800 and over 800 degrees, and it's ashen over really well. And then you got the Prime 6, which is at the 200 degree mark. Again, it looks like it's more compressed than the Charblox. They're both made out of regular sawdust, but the Charblox is burning hotter. This is burning a lot less, and I hit this pretty hard with the torch, you saw. So yeah, I guess the more compressed this stuff is, the harder it is to keep lit, stay lit, get it lit, and the lower temperatures it's going to put out. Both of these here, coconut, Cocobriq, Charblox, are over 700 and almost 800 degrees in most spots. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm going to try to get the other two, hit them with a torch again, just to try to get them going again. We'll see what happens. All right, guys. We're going to do this is my last dig at this. I'm going to go ahead and remove some of the ash from the Charblox here, and we'll tap on these Cocobriqs to see just how much ash it produced. It's a good amount. I did hit both the blazing Coco and the Prime 6 with the torch again. It doesn't look like it really helped them much, so I'm going to hit them all one more time with my infrared. We're going to hit the Cocobriq, or the blazing Coco. So now it did help with the blazing Coco here. It got back up over 700 degrees, so that's good. So that means, I hit it pretty hard with the torch off camera after my last video here. So it looks like this is actually back up to a hotter temperature. Still not producing a lot of ash. So like I said, these very concentrated or very highly compressed charcoals may be better for low and slow. Like you see, here's the Prime 6 again. It's not even into the over 200. And I hit that really, really hard with that high intensity torch. Oop. Sorry, let me make sure you guys can see the thermometer here. But yeah, it's not even at 300 degrees. So that's not something that's going to remain burning for long. So these highly compressed charcoals are not going to be really good if you're looking for high heat. So here's the Charblox, and again, we're up over 900 degrees, so that one burns pretty hot. And your Cocobriqs, you're over 700 degrees, 800 degrees. So these two here, the Charblox and the Cocobriq, seem to be, if you're looking for a hotter, shorter burning fire, you're going to want to use those. If you're looking for maybe a lower heat but longer burn, the highly compressed blazing Coco or Prime 6 is what you're going to want. Like I said, this Prime 6 is very, very super compressed, and for the price of the Prime 6, I just don't know if it's something that I would spend that extra money on unless I was strictly using it for low and slow. On the packaging, it says that the 9-pound packaging is approximately the same as 30 pounds of regular charcoal, and that may be the case as far as how they burn. But there you have it, guys. I thought I'd do this test to kind of see what the difference in these highly expensive, ultra premium type charcoals. So there you have it. Take it for what it's worth. Do your own experiments. You can find most of these, like I said, on Amazon You can find the Prime 6 at Lowe's and I think Walmart online, and they have their own website. So check them all out. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, Instagram. Make sure you follow us on our Fire and Water Cooking podcast. And I'll see you again on the next Fire and Water Cooking video.